Hello everyone, thank you for joining us today. I am Aman from Team SAR and I have some important announcements for you which I am going to read out now. So please do listen to them carefully and follow them. It will be very beneficial if you are on a PC or a laptop during the session. If not, then also no issue. You can still learn and implement it later on. Please assume that Fusion 360 is installed on your computer. If not, then take your college ID proof and click on the link which we will be sharing with you right now. After clicking on the link, you will be redirected to the official website of Autodesk Fusion 360. Then click on Get Started and fill out the form. And then you are ready to go. If then, the registration for educational access may take some time, so don't be worried about it. You can still learn from this session and implement those later on. It will be very beneficial for you if you attend both the sessions. This session is mainly kept for beginners, so don't be afraid to ask your doubt. And for this certification, you need to fill the feedback form which will be given in the midway of the session of both the days. Participants filling the form will get the certificate of training. I hope you will be having a happy learning. Thank you.
Good evening, everyone. I am Vijaypal, the host.
And I am Samir Sao, the co-host of today's session.
And we welcome you all present here. It gives us immense warmth and great pleasure to grace all of your presence in the interest of the entire committee. I would like to take a second and thank all of you who have been sincerely committed to this event to make it a success. This event would have been impossible without the support of everyone present here. Team SARC has been committed to aspire the interest of people in rocketry and astronomy and create first of its kind space enthusiastic society. So come, let's do it together.
Seminars are organized and conducted for general audience to gain insights and information that would remain effective in their life and work. The topic for discussion and debate for today's training was based on students' interest. The last webinar we hosted was based on Hitchhiker Guide to the World of Space Science, which was graced with positive feedback from students and faculty as well. And so, not to lessen the spirit of enthusiast termites, we are here with a new training on course.
So, Samir, as you stated, I would like to conclude that the topic for today's training session is Beginner's Guide to Autodesk Fusion 360. So, you guys might have thought that what is Fusion 360? Fusion 360 is actually a cloud-based CAD/CAM tool, or it is used for collaborative product development. Fusion 360 enables iteration of product ideas and collaboration within a distributed product development team. Fusion 360 combines organic shape modeling, mechanical design, and manufacturing in one comprehensive package. So, in this training course, students will get the basic knowledge about product design in Autodesk Fusion 360.
Thank you, Vijay, for such a wonderful introduction to the training on course. I want to remind the audience that this is a certified training course of 2 days in which you will be taught from scratch. In mid of session, we will be sharing a feedback form by filling which the students can avail their certificate at free of cost. So concluding here, we have with us Mr. Harsh Priyanshu, the trainer of this course. And I would also like to call on Subham Jena to welcome him as our expert trainer.
Hello, good evening to each one of you present today. It's a moment of extreme pleasure to welcome the guests who are present here to attend this conference. On the behalf of Space Advancement and Research Cell, I offer my regards to all the enthusiastic peoples for joining us. I convey my regards to the chief guest of the day, Mr. Harsh Priyanshu, a college sophomore in aerospace and engineering majors. Apart from that, he is an intern at Autodesk Fusion Catalyst also. He is an expert in the field of rocketry and entrepreneurship. It won't be wrong to say that aeronautics and rocketry has been a passion for him since the beginning of the time. Thank you so much, sir, for accepting our invitation and coming over for this webinar. The schedule of the seminar will focus on the topic Beginner's Guide to Autodesk Fusion 360. It will include more issues to the addresses, full aspects to the topic. I wish the conference enlightens us and provide us approaches to the deal with problems of tomorrow. Thank you everyone who made this conference possible with their opinions and views. And now I will request our chief guest, Mr. Harsh Priyanshu, to speak a few words to enlighten us with his vastness of his knowledge.
Thank you for this wonderful introduction of me. So, like, I'll just now screen share my desk so that I can represent the PPT. Then we'll just go ahead onto the software.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah. Okay, so I'm hoping it's visible to everyone. Okay, so very good evening to everyone. To the ones who are present here. So again I'll give a quick introduction of myself, like you already gave. So I'm an aerospace engineering student, like you guys said, and I love to read and design the aircraft and spacecraft. So apart from designing these things, I'm a like product designer too. So I can design 3D print, I can design model and 3D print my own design products, whatever it is. So today I'll be telling you guys about the process of designing your own products or models using this wonderful software, which is the Autodesk Fusion 360. And no doubt, like there are many good softwares available in the market, but what makes Fusion unique from others is that Fusion has everything available under the one software domain. So what earlier used to happen is like people will just take one design, people will design on separate software, then they'll just manufacture it on some other software, then they'll just animate in some other. But in this way, Fusion is unique. It will you can do everything under one software. So in this way, this will not only take your it will save you so much of time, but it will also sum up the space which is available in your laptop or PC. So you don't need to download extra softwares and all. And also best part of Fusion is that it's freely available so for the students. So those like go have you just need your college ID card, that's it, and then you can go and upload it from and download it from your from the legal website, so you don't need to go for the pirated ones. So and yeah, like you guys already mentioned about the software. So like I'll again mention. So what is Fusion 360? So first thing that comes into our mind as a beginner is that what is this Fusion 360 and where we can use it. So it's a cloud-based CAD and CAM software. CAD stands for computer-aided design, and CAM stands for computer-aided manufacturing tool for collaborative product development. So and using Fusion, you can collaborate with others online, and you can create your products also, and you can then show it to others also. And it's an online-based platform which requires and these are the workbenches available in the Fusion. So first one is the designing, second one is rendering, and third one is animation. Fourth is simulation, fifth is manufacturing and drawing. In this session, I'll not be covering about the manufacturing part as I'm still learning about this, but it's a very wonderful. If someone wants to learn, they can email me. I had the recorded session done by my friends, so I can like share the session recordings to you guys. Then you can guys go and learn about that. So apart from manufacturing, I'll be covering about all. So first one is the designing. So I'll display it. So this is a designing is the first workbench. This is the first step and most important phase. So here you will be designing your own products and you will assembling it and using the commands available. These commands available in these things. So here is the video. You can see like how to get the idea how this workbench looks like. I'll just go ahead with other video. And this is a rendering workbench. This is the best part of Fusion. So here you can it will come into picture when you have created your model and now you have to show it to others. So you can't go and show this model which you have created here. So you need to switch to this render workbench. There you can apply your colors, you can apply your geometry, you can apply the environments, and then you can apply your materials, and then you can you can take the pictures from various angles, and then you can present it to others. Suppose this will make your work done. Suppose you're working on something, so on a product or something, and you need some finance, some money for that. So what you will do, you can create your model in this workbench, and then you can switch here, and then you can add some pictures and all to your model, and then you can go and show it to someone who is going to fund your project. So in this way, this only will not enable you to make your model look good, so that you can present it to other guys also. But it will also give an impression on the guys who are listening to you, or so that it will give an impression like how you can how the product will be and after the manufacturing part. So that's what it rendering is all about. And this is the second part of rendering. I did all these models. So like you can see the color quality of everything, like how this does. So it's all available under the one software. So you don't need to download some others. And this is a rocket, and you can, like I mentioned, you can change the custom environments. So then you can see how your things will look after changing the environments. And the third one is the animation workbench. So animation workbench is mainly divided into two parts. So first one is, you can see, you can just animate single components which are available into a model. And second part, what you can do is, whenever you're presenting a model to someone, you need to show the exported view to them, like how your model, like what component you have included inside your model. So you need to show this to them. So in animation workbench, you can do this. So you just have to drag everything out, and then you have to pull everything in, so that to give people a view like how many components you have included inside. And then this is simulation workbench. So here you can perform many kinds of testings, like static stress and all. So in this video, I have shown like how you can measure deformation produced in this uh, in this bar. So you can study that by using the simulation workbench, and there are many more simulations available. So you can try them all, and you can test them. So this will majorly help you for the like if you're doing for aerospace. Suppose you're designing a rocket, so you can design this in the open rocket, and then open rocket will not give you a file which you can take directly into a Fusion or some other CAD software. So you need to design it again into a Fusion 360 software, and then you can test your components here, like how much deformation will you produce, or what will be the thermal stresses acting on on your model. So you can do this all, and then you can go for, if everything seems to be okay, then you can go for the 3D printing of your model. So in this way, simulation will help you. And this is another example of simulation. And this is the drawing workbench. So suppose you are writing a research paper of your model, whatever you have done. So now you need to include a 2D drawing of it, which will include the dimensions and all. So you need to switch this workbench. So to create a 2D view of your model from 3D to 2D, and then you can label your dimensions, and then you can add it into a presentations or reports and all. So in this way, drawing workbench will help you. And as I said, there is one more, which is manufacturing workbench. So manufacturing workbench is mainly about the digital manufacturing of it. After creating a model into the workbenches, as I mentioned above, you can take a model into a manufacturing workbench, and there you can simulate how your model will be manufactured, and what will be feasibility of manufacturing of it. And you can also do a 3D printing of your model from the manufacturing workbench. So I'll not be sharing that today, as I'm still learning. So if anyone wants to learn, they can contact me. And that's all. I'll just switch to Fusion now. If someone wants to ask something, they can ask. I'll switch to Fusion. If someone wants to ask something, like they can ask me now.
Guys, if you have any doubt, you can ask Harsh now only. So after, don't have any doubts, then Harsh can proceed. So any doubts, you can directly ask him. You can unmute your mic, or you can ask directly in the chat box also.
Okay, if there are no doubts, I'll just switch to Fusion now. Okay. So that's how a Fusion 360 environment looks like. So in the bottom, you have timeline. So whatever the model you will be drawing, your all process will be shown here. So you can revert back using this slider. And this is your browser tree. Whatever the model you will be drawing, all your components and all will be shown here. It will be added here. So you from here you can do many things, which I'll tell you later. And this is your rotating part. So you can use this to rotate your model, and you can do that from here also. So again, this is the orbit part. So you can use this to rotate your model, and then this is for pan option, and this is to zoom in and zoom out, and this is to fit your model into the frame. And this is a display settings. So I'll cover this when we'll draw a 3D model and leave this. And here we have here the drawing workbench is divided into three parts, which is the create, modify, and this part. So under the create, first you will be creating a sketch from here. So this I'll tell you. So after creating a sketch, you will be using all these commands to create a 3D model from the 2D sketch which you have drawn using this. And after doing this, when you want to modify a model, you can use all these things to modify it. And then this is to create a motion, to apply a motion on your body. And then this is to insert if you want to make something like it's shown here. So you can insert your image, and then you can draw it, and then comes your surface. So what surface will do, like this will be all filled as it's solid, but what surface will be do, it will create a sheet type of something, and it will be hollow from inside like it's shown. So this is the main difference between a solid and surface. The tools are mainly same, but the surface will differ in a way like it will be hollow from inside, and in solid it will be fully filled. So in this way it will depend. And sheet metal tool. And here we have the workbenches. So like I mentioned, this is a design workbench, so workspace, and then comes the render workspace. So this is a render workspace, and then comes the animation workspace, and this is a simulation. So these are simulations which you can perform here. You can perform static stress, you can perform model frequencies, and you can perform electronic cooling preview. You can do thermal simulation, you can do thermal stress, and you can also do structure buckling. And those who are from mechanical aerospace here, they will be, I guess, more familiar with the structure buckling. And you can perform nonlinear static stresses, and you can also generate some event simulations and shape optimizations. And then comes the manufacturing part. So this is the manufacturing part. Here you can use a CNC machines and all to do everything. And then comes the drawing. So this is a drawing workbench. And whatever, and from here you can like open, open whatever the model you have worked on. And suppose something happens, like your laptop shuts down or something happens while you're working on a model. Well, no worries, you can just go to recover documents option, and here your model will be saved automatically. And then you can go and recover documents. And using the upload option, you can upload the external files. Like there in CAD, we usually deal with step files and STL files. So you can download it from net or something, and then you can upload it into Fusion from here. And from export option, you can export a model into different files. That is step. So you can use all. Suppose you want to export your model to different software. So all softwares have different file formats. So step is the most accepted one. So you can convert your model to any format, let's say step, and using this option, and it will be saved to my computer. And then you can go and use it and convert, then take it to some other softwares. And from here, you can use this option to 3D print. For this, you need external software. It's a Prusa Slice or something. So you need to learn it's a different software. So then you can go for 3D printing. And this is for sharing the public link of your model. So if you want to share your link to some others, like what model you have worked, you can use this to share and leave this. And this will show what model you have worked on. So, So if I click here, these are the bits which I have worked on. So it will simply show what model you have worked on, and you can just drag it, and okay, I'll tell that part later. So I'll just start it now. So I'll first create a 3D sketch. So for that, just go to create sketch. Now it will ask for what plane you want to draw. So you can use any of these three planes to draw. I'll choose the right plane. So now I'm on the right plane. So that's how your right plane will look like. So leave these things first. I'll cover this after the 3D part. So firstly, we'll focus on like till here. So first, if you'll click here, you can see there are many options available. So first is line. I'll go ahead with the line. So I'll click on this. You can take line from by pressing L also, like it's shown here. It's a shortcut for line. So just take the line and just keep your mouse anywhere and just press it. So a line will come and you can give the dimension. Suppose I want 50 line, so I'll give 50, and I want this line to be projected at some angle. So for that, I'll press tab and I'll give some angles like 30 degree. So this will give me a 30-degree projected line of the width 50 and this is about the line. So that's how you can draw a line in this Fusion 360. I'll just delete this. And second one is the rectangle. So in rectangle, it's subdivided into three parts: 2-point rectangle, 3-point rectangle, center rectangle. So I'll choose 2-point rectangle first. Shortcut for this is R. So for this, you can keep your mouse anywhere and a rectangle will come, and now you can give your dimensions. So width will be around 50 and length will be also 50 So now you can see a 50 by 50 rectangle has been created. So now you need to click one more time, and now a rectangle has been formed. So this is about the 2-point rectangle, and another rectangle is the 3-point rectangle. So for this you need 3 points. Like here we have clicked here and here to make a rectangle. That's 2 points, and now we'll be using this point, and this point to make a rectangle. So first I'll click, and a line will come. So I'll give my width as 100 and I'll click here, and again point will come. So I'll give the length as 50 So a 3-point rectangle has been formed. So you can use any of these two to use for your models. I'm using the 2-point rectangle more, so add this more easy. And the third one is center rectangle. So this is more useful when you're working with the insert part, like if you're inserting an image to make a 3D model of that image. So this will be more useful for that. So just go and create anywhere, and this will create a rectangle outwards from the center. So now you can give your dimensions. So I want width as 200 and then press tab to give length, and it will be 150 So 150, 200 by 150 rectangle has been formed. That's how you can use center rectangle, and we covered line rectangle, and then comes circle. Again, circle is divided into all these parts. First is center diameter circle, 2-point circle, 3-point circle, tangent, and 3 tangent. So first I'll choose the center diameter circle. So shortcut for this is C. So like just keep your mouse anywhere. I'll choose the center point, and a circle will form, and you can give the diameter. So I want diameter to be as 50. So diameter 50 circle has been formed. So to zoom in and zoom out, you can use the scroll button from your mouse, and then you can go it. And this is the center diameter circle, and then comes the 2-point circle. So for this, like we did in the rectangle, we need 2 points. First, I'll choose here a circle will come, and second will be somewhere here. So I'll choose 80, and a 80 diameter circle will be formed. And third one is a 3-point circle. So here we'll be having 3 points. First, second, circle will come, and third will be where will be like keeping a point. So I'll choose 90, and circle will form. So this is a 3-point circle. This is a 2-point circle. And next one is 2 tangent circle. So for 2 tangent circle, I need to draw 2 tangents first. So one tangent I'll draw here, and one tangent I'll draw here. These are the two lines which I've drawn. And now I'll go and choose my two tangent circle. So I'll click here and then I click here. A circle will form and I can give my radius also or diameter. So it's radius is 90. Yeah. So this is my two tangent circle. And for the three tangent circle, I'll delete this. You need three lines. Two will be like this, and another one will be inclined. So this is a three tangent circle. Now I'll go and choose the three tangent circle. I click on all these three, and a circle will automatically be formed. So this is a three tangent circle. Mostly in the circle part, you will be using a 2-point circle or set a diameter circle. These three are like if you want to go for some precise measurements, then you can go for these three. But these two are the more basic ones. And then comes the arc part. So in arc, we have 3-point arc, center point arc, and tangent arc. For 3-point arc, I'll just click this. Just keep on somewhere, anywhere, and a point will come. So just give a point as 300, and then click on the second point, and the arc will come like this. So that's how you can use this arc option to create an arc whenever needed. This is my arc, and then second is center point arc. So here from our arc will create it from the center. Suppose I'll choose this point and I'll drag it up to somewhere here, or you can give it dimensions also. Then if you will do like this, our arc will form. So this is the center arc, center point arc, and then comes the tangent arc. So for this, just go to the tangent arc and click on the edge of something. If you'll click here or somewhere here, our arc will be formed. So this is the tangent arc. I'll show with the line option also. So this is my line. I'll click on tangent arc, click on the edge, and a arc will form. So this is how you can use your tangent arc. So another now. And now comes the polygon part. So first one is circumscribed polygon, second one is inscribed polygon, and then comes the edge polygon. So circumscribed polygon will be circle will be inside your polygon, which will be the construction for your polygon. So I click this, and then it will ask me to keep a point. So I'll choose this point, and I'll give it as 150. And now I want to choose the sides. So I want a pentagon or something. So I'll press tab and I'll give it as 5. So a pentagon will be formed. And if I'll choose the inscribed polygon, it will I have to do the same thing. This the circle is outside, and in the first case, circle is inside. So I'll just give it as 150 again. 150 and sides as 5. So a pentagon is formed. And the best for the polygon is you can choose this edge polygon, keep it anywhere, and a polygon is formed. You can change the sides also. So again with the pentagon, I'll press as 5. So a pentagon is formed. So that's how you can use up all three polygon commands to create a polygon. Whatever it is, octagon or pentagon or something, you can create this and polygon. And then we have ellipse here. So for ellipse, you need to keep the point somewhere, and then you need to drag it. So the ellipse will be equidistant from both the points. So you can give the point. Suppose I'll give 800, and then I'll click on this point, and an ellipse will come. So I can specify the dimensions for it also. So I'll give it as 200, and an ellipse is formed. So it is 800 by 200. So that's how you can use ellipse command to go ahead. And then we have slot option. In slot, we have so many things. I'll show all. So first one is center to center slot. So these things are very much important. So first step is like you need to learn all these sketches. Then only you can go ahead for creating a 3D point of your model. So if you are not very clear about the sketch part, then there will be some problems with your 3D model. So for the precise measurements and precise things, you need to learn this first and then go ahead with the 3D part. So we were at the slot part. So center to center slot, first click somewhere here, then give your dimensions and click here. A slot will be formed. A slot, and then comes overall slot. So for this, create somewhere here, and this will create exactly the same thing only which you created here. And then we have center point slot. So for this, you can this command will use your center point to create a slot. So just click here anywhere, and then give it as 700 only, and a slot will be formed. That's how you can use this part. And then we have 3-point arc slot. So this will use 3-point arc to create a slot. So create a point here, here, and here we have created the slot part. So this is the 3-point slot and the center arc slot. So this will use the center point arc to create a slot. So somewhere till here, and this is my slot. So this is about the slot, how you can use it to use it in your 3D models to create some things. And then comes the conic curve. Oh, sorry, spline. Spline I'll cover when I'll just telling you about the insert part. So I'll just go ahead. I'll skip this for now, and I'll go for the conic curve. So for the conic curve, you need to again choose 2 points, and a curve will be formed like this. So you can keep your third point anywhere, and then you can drag it up to down, or you can increase it also. So a curve part of thing is formed. So that's how you can use a conic curve. And a point. So for the point, there will be like in some like it's and all you it will become difficult to find a point. Suppose you want to keep your point, you want a point here, but when you'll click your line here, you are not able to draw it correctly, so into this point. So for that part, you can use the point option to create a point here and then here, and then you can use your line or arc, whatever it is, to create a line. That's how you can use this option. It's kind of useless only, but if you'll find a better use for it, you can use it. And there comes the text option. So for this, you need to create a you need to like punch a point here and a second point, and then you can write anything. Like I write 360 only. It's not visible. 10 mm, so I'll just give it 100 mm. Like you can see, it is written. So you can like use this to write something on your models and all. And next one is the mirror part. Okay, so suppose I have created something like this, and now I want to mirror this somewhere here. So for that, first I'll make a line, subdividing line, and then I'll choose this mirror option, and I'll choose this all. And for the mirror line, I'll choose this, and it will be mirrored here. And if I want to mirror here, then again I'll draw a line here, and I'll delete this, and I'll choose mirror option. I'll just select all this and mirror line as this. So it will mirror my objects to other side as well. So that's how you can use this part. And then comes the circular pattern. So for circular pattern, suppose I have a circle which I've drawn somewhere here. Now I want to make a pattern like this. So I'll go to circular pattern. I'll choose this. I'll choose the center point. It will now ask me to how many patterns I want. So I'll give it a 6. So it will just create a pattern for me, a circular pattern. But now I don't want a circular pattern. I want to drag this circle somewhere here. I want to make a pattern in horizontal. So I'll choose the rectangular pattern. and I'll click on this, and two arrows will come. I can use this to slide it over and give how much you want. I'll choose it as 6. So as much as you drag, more spaces will be there. So that's how the circular. This is a rectangular pattern, this is a circular pattern. So don't get confused about this. You, as a name said, it's rectangular pattern, but you can use it for circles also. So no issue in that. So this is about the pattern one, and project include and all. I'll just show you after 3D modification and this sketch dimensions. Okay. So suppose you have created this sketch arbitrarily, but you want to change the length and breadth of it. So just go to the sketch dimensions, click on the point, double click on it, and a dimension will come, and you can now edit this. So I'll give it as 1000. It's 1 meter around, and then I choose this again to give it as 500 mm. So now you can see your sketch has been altered. That's how you can use this command to alter your sketch. And then and okay, we are done with this. I'll not cover the aerofoil sketch part and all, like as most of you are not from aerospace, so this is of no use now. So just go to the modify part. I'll cover this airfoil part later. So we have the fillet, chamfer, trim, extend, break, sketch scale, and offset. So as for now, we'll be focusing on fillet, chamfer, trim, and sketch scale and offset part. Don't say this extend and break. We'll just use this fillet first. So fillet will be used when you want to create a curve between these two lines. So I'll choose this line and I'll again choose this line. So a fillet will be formed. I can specify the radius. If I want 50 radius, so I can choose it and press enter. So our fillet is formed, and then comes the chamfer. So if you want a slanting line here, so then the chamfer will come into place. So you can choose this part. Choosing in this, a slanting line will be formed. Specify the radius. I'll just give it as 100. So a chamfer line will be formed. That's how you can do this. And then comes the trim part. Suppose there is one portion. You suppose I'll draw a line here, a kind of rectangle here. Now I want to remove this much portion and this much portion. So I'll just go to trim option. You can press T as well, and I'll click on this line. So this line will be removed, and this will be removed. And I'll press this also to remove this. Now you can see the sketches are being separated from each other. So that's how you can use a trim command to trim whatever is unnecessary. So you can trim them off. And then comes the sketch scale. So suppose you have drawn this. Now you want to increase the size of this. So you can go to sketch scale. You can choose the line small, and then point you need to select. I'll choose this point, and then you can see you can delete this. Now you can go to sketch scale, choose all point, and now you can increase or decrease the size of your sketch. So you can do as per your requirements or whatever you are working on. So you can use this command here, and then comes the offset part. So like I have a circle here, and I want to project this circle outside. So I'll go to offset, and I'll click on the boundary of the circle, and the slider will come. So from here you can keep it outside or keep it inside the circle. So I'll just push it outside. So that's how your offset command will work. So while you're working on something, you will be using kind of all these commands, including these modify commands, to create your model. And after this offset, these things are there. So for the constraints part, I'll I'll just focus on coincident, tangent, and collinear part first, and then I'll go ahead with the another ones. So first we have this horizontal or vertical section. So if I draw a rectangle here and two lines, so if you click on this horizontal part, what this will do, sketch is over constraint. If you click on this, okay, I'll tell about this earlier and in next part. So we'll just go ahead with the coincident part now. So suppose I have a sketch over this thing like this, but I want to touch this point till here. So I will choose this coincident part and I'll choose this and then this. So this will directly coincident with my this point. That's how you can use the coincident part. And then comes the tangent. So I'll use this circle only. This will work for your circles only. Suppose you have a line like this and you want to stick this circle to this line. So choose this tangent part, choose the circle and the line. The circle will be stick to it, and this is how you can use your tangent command. And then comes your fix and unfix command. So if you want to fix your sketch, you can use this command by pressing this. So it will turn green. So now you have like fix your sketch. So again, and next is collinear. Oops, sorry, concentric. So for concentric, I'll delete this circle. This circle. Okay. Now I want to make this circle concentric with this circle. So just go ahead with the concentric part. Choose this circle and this circle. So it will be directly pushed inside the circle. That's how you can use this part. And then rest I'll tell later. So and then comes your insert part. So for the insert part, if you click here, it will ask you, it will show your prompt like this. So now you need to insert your object your photo or whatever something you want. So let's suppose I have this airfoil image. So after clicking this, it will ask me for a plane where I want to insert it. So I'll choose the right plane only, and then a slider will come. So I need to increase it until it becomes visible to me. So it's a rocket only. Okay. I'll tell about the rocket in next stage. I'll choose for the airfoil now. Okay. So I'll choose the airfoil. Okay. So this is my airfoil. I hope you guys are familiar with the what airfoil is. So this is my airfoil, and I from here in the browser tree, I if I just click on this and right click on edit canvas, I can drag it anywhere and I can edit it. So I'll make the chord line concentric with this sketch palette. So now I have inserted my like the JPG image or PNG image. So inside the Fusion. So now I want to trace this airfoil for my 3D model. So firstly I'll make a chord line, which is this from here to here. I'll make a line, and then I'll go with this fit point spline, which I left for earlier. So I'll choose this fit point spline now. And if I'll go for this now, this will come. These points will come. So you need to be very careful with these points, as in the curves you need to give more points. So I'll just trace it, keep it downwards. And we have done the upper part of it. And I'll mirror the down part of it. So just go to mirror, choose the upper part, choose a mirror line, and now it's done. And now you can delete your chord line also. So that's how you can use this image part, insert canvas part to create a 3D model from the sketch. So I'll show you how to do it now. So I'll just go ahead with this air file only now. So I turn off the canvas from the sketch palette. Now you can see you can have a clear view. I'll just push it. Okay, it's not. I'll make a arc here. I'll now just trim this part. Okay. Now we are good to go now. So for to create a 3D model from this 2D sketch, first you need to exit from the sketch environment. So just click on finish sketch, and now you exit from the sketch environment. So now you can see how a sketch looks like. So to create a 3D view of it, just go to create, click on extrude, click on your sketch, and then a title will come. So now you have to drag it, and you need to give your dimensions, like how much dimensions you want. So I'll give the width as 100 only. So and then I'll press OK. So we have created a 3D part of it, and there are some more options available here, which I'll show you now. So I'll press Control Z, and then click on it. And first option here is it's showing for one side, two side, or symmetric. So currently we are on the one side. So what one side will do, it will just increase it up to one side only. But if I choose two sides, then two sliders will come. So let's suppose first I want this here till 3000, and they're like somewhere till 5000. 5,000, let's say 600. Okay. So that's how your two sides command will work. But suppose if you want to do this, but suppose if you want the same sides, whatever you will push it here, you want same to be projected here. So then just go for the symmetric part, push it here, and symmetric kind of profile will come. That's how you can use your symmetric part here. And then there's distance label, and then okay, and here if you click here next to, so what this will do, this will create a hollow type of thing for you. This will create a 3 next to rather than going for the thicker one. So if you just go here, you can see a hollow sheet has been formed. So that's how you can use your in extrude command. So and if you or you if you want to again extrude it, you need to zoom it, and then you need to select this edge, and then click on extrude, and then you can do it. And suppose I want the extrude portion on, not the thin one, so this will come like this. And like now you can see it's stick to the earlier one only. But now I want to make this what we have dragged now as a next component or something. So I'll just go here. I don't want to join this component with the earlier one, so I'll just give it as new component. Yeah, and then I'll just increase the size of it. So now you can see we have created two separate components. First, this is what we have drawn earlier. Okay, and this is what we have drawn now. So that's how you can use that join or new component command to create new components. So if I just go here, now you can, if I click on this component, you can see it's highlighted. So this is a component which we have created now. But now if I double click on it, then now you can change your name of the component. Suppose I'll give it as airfoil. So this is how you can use the extrude command to do all these things. And this is the main command of in the Fusion. So you need to be very careful with the extrude command. So everything will begin from the extrude command only. So you need to be very careful. So I'll just go to the revolve command now. Let's close this. Okay. For the revolve command again, I have to go to the right plane, and then I have to draw something here. Suppose I'll draw something like this. You need to draw half side of whatever you're drawing. Okay, so I have finished my sketch now, and I'll just close it. And now you can see we created a drawing like this, and then go to revolve, choose the sketch, it's already selected. So now it will ask for you to select the axis of it. So you can choose any axis. So if you'll select this, okay, you need to select this one. So I'll choose this axis, and a revolve is formed. So you can use this to create a revolve sketches like triangle or something. So then you can apply it here. And if you're making a rocket, this will be the most useful thing for you, as this will give you accurate type of things. So you don't need to go for the extrude, then you can go for revolve option. and I'll go to another now. So next is sweep option. Okay, sweep is useful for creating wings and other kind of things. So I'll just show you how to do it. First, go to create sketch, choose the bottom plane, and make something. Suppose I'll make a paper clip of something here. I'll just give it as arc, and then choose a line again up to some distance, arc, and then again arc at this point. Extend it here. Now I've created the sketch. I'll just exit it. Now if I click on sketch, it will ask me for a profile. But what we have created is the path. So we'll choose path. It will highlight it. But I need a profile also to create a path of it, to create a 3D model from it. So I need to give some path here. So I'll just go again into the sketch environment. I'll choose a right plane. And from center, I'll draw a circle of 5 mm maybe. Yeah, and then finish your sketch. Now we've created a profile for it. So profile it will be cylindrical from here to all. So you go to sweep command, choose your profile as this and path as this. So now you can see this clip has been formed. It's not very much accurate or good looking, but you can use this command to draw something which is revolve or something. You can use this command, and it's very much good to go if you're creating a fence or something or a wings. You can use this all command. Show you how you can create a wings also. Again, I'll just click on insert environment. I'll again insert my airfoil here. I'll show you one more thing. So just click a center point rectangle, then go for insert, and then choose your, and then paste it inside the rectangle, and a picture of same will be formed. So I'll just now again draw those things again. And I'll mirror this. Okay. Then I'll make this. That's how you can use this, and then finish your sketch. And you can see it's intersecting from here, so it will not sweep. So you can trim this part. Actually, it will not be trimmed. No issues. I'll draw it again. For this guys, I need to draw this again. You can't trim your spline option, so you need to be very careful with this. Okay, I'll go with this kind of thing only. I'll choose the mirror part. I'll choose the chord line. And okay. So now you can see we have the airfoil sketch again. So what I have drawn is I have drawn my path profile now. Now I have to give path for it to create a wing. So I'll choose. Okay, so so before going that, you need to the chord line which we have drawn. So this will be my reference line to create a path. So just go to construct plane, choose plane at angle, choose this chord line. Okay, and this kind of frame will come. So now you can give the dimensions or something, but I want a straight wing. So I'll just go for okay, and I'll choose this plane, and now it will come from top view. So now I told you I'll tell about the project part earlier. So I'll tell you about the project now. So this choose project, choose this center line, and then press OK. So what this will do, this will give me 2 points, which will be the reference point from where I have to draw my path line. And I'll project and then choose this and this also. This will project this and this. Okay. Now just go to your top level and then start creating your wing part now. So I'll give here as one line and here as one line. I'll finish the sketch now. And now I have to go to speed, choose the path plus guided rail because I have path plus the guided rail also. So profile will be the airfoil. Choose both. For path, choose any one from them. I'll choose this. And for guide rail, choose this. So now you can see wing has been formed. So this is not the actual way of making a wing. So you need to make their internal components which are no ribs. So you need to make ribs first. So I'll tell you how to make this also. But if you're making a model for your hobby or something, so you can go ahead with this. This is how you can apply a sweep command to make it. And I'll tell you about the ribs part also. Okay. So for that, I don't need to do anything. I'll just click on extrude and I'll press both the things and I have to drag it somewhere here. So this is my first strip. So and I want to make some iterations in this. So I'll just go and I'll make few holes here. So holes will make my airfoil less lighter. Will make the weight of the airfoil less. And I'll give it as line here. Doing this arbitrary. So you can do it according to the dimensions also. Okay, now I'll apply my modify commands here. So don't care about the sketches; they are not aligned perfectly. So I'll choose. I want to make curves on all these sections. So I'll choose this curve part, this fillet from here to here to here. Now we created the fillet part. I'll do the same for all this also. Reason for making this hollow is that the static stresses will be less in the curved objects as compared to the squared ones. That's why you can see the airplane windows. Airplane windows are rounded as compared to the square ones. Because the stresses will be less developed into those regions as compared to the square ones. So these things are more preferable. So I'll choose this, and I want curve here also. So it will give me something like this, but I'll push it forward. Okay, this will work for me. So it's done. I'll choose finish sketch now. I Now I want to cut these portions. So I'll go to extrude only and I'll click on this and this. And if I'll push it on the positive side, it will extrude the body. But if I'll push it onto the negative side, it will just cut the body for me. So this is how you can do. And now I want to do one more thing. I want to make a offset line here, offset or something. So for that, just press O from your keyboard for the offset, and it will now ask you for the plane. So I'll choose the airfoil plane, and it will come like this. Choose the body and just drag it somewhere here, and now we are good to go. This -2 means 353. And same I want to do on the other side as well. So press offset, which is O from your keyboard, choose the airfoil plane, choose the direction, and it's okay now. So then finish the sketch. And now I want to extrude this portion up to some limit so that this will be outside. So choose this, push it down, push it back up to 5 mm, and here also up to 5 mm, -5. If I turn off the sketch now, you can see what offset has done. So it has created an object like this. So because of the offset, we are able to extrude this portion, remaining this portion as constant. So this is my first strip now. These things are called the strips, which is used to support the wings. And now I want some other rips also. So for that, what I do, I'll just go to move and copy option. I'll choose this, and these three arrows will come. Using this, I can move my body, but I don't want to move. I want to create the copies of it. So again, choose this. Like if you can see here now, these XYZ axis will show you for the movement of it, but I don't want that. If you can see there is one more option which is create copy. So I'll just click on that. It will create the copy of your object. So now you can see a copy has been created. So now you have to specify the dimension. Suppose I want it at 300 mm. So it will come like this. So I'll create few more now. And there is one more easy option of doing this. I'll tell you after doing all these things. So I'll choose again. Minus, this will work. So now see we have the ribs now. These are the internal components of the wings. I'll choose this all again. This is my internal components of the wing. These are the ribs. So now I want to make a sheet over all these things. So for that, first I'll go to extrude. Else you can go for this extrude as well, but I want a thin extrude. So I'll choose this. I'll press on this, and then I'll press on this. So now it will take some time, and then a sheet will be formed. And I'll name it as new component. Now you can see a wing has been formed. So there are a few more components inside the wing, which I'll not show now. So now, if you want to change the view of your model, you can just go to display settings, visual style, and then there are more available. So first one is shaded. So this will give you a shaded view of your model. And second one is the shaded with hidden edges. So this will show you the hidden edges from your model. And then the visible edges on which we work. And fourth is the wireframe. It will show you a wireframe for the model and with hidden pages. And last one is the drawing of something of your model. You can use this. I'll just go ahead with the visible ones only. So that's how you can use the mirror copy option and extrude option hand to hand to create a model. So we covered extrude and mirror copy. So and revolve also sweet. And now I'll go for the loft. So a loft I'll cover here only. Suppose I want to make a scale, but I don't know how to do it using extrude. So you can go ahead with the lock option as well. So for lock, so lock will not. Okay, I'll tell you some other way. Suppose here is some gap, and our wing will cover only the top portion of it, which will start from here. So now I want to make a body from the center point to this point. So that I can do. I'll show you later. Okay. So for log, first create the sketch. I'll create a circle here, and then I'll finish the sketch. But and I want to make a cylinder cone of type of something which will be convergent. I'll make a nozzle now. So now just go to this construct plane, choose this offset plane, and then create on your circle and just drag it up to some limit, let's say 200, and then click OK, and then go and click on this line only, and then create a circle bigger than this, whatever will be can be your dimensions. And now you can see we created two planes. First one is small, and another one is large. So I want to make three view of it. So just go to loft, choose this first profile, choose second profile, and our loft will be formed. So you can use your loft option to do it. And suppose if you want to make this hollow, you can go ahead with the shell command which is available under modify. So choose this, and give it as, I'll give it as 5. Okay. So now you can see a hole has been formed. That's how you can use shell and loft command together to create objects like this. And you can create more. You can create your airplane wings using the loft options as well. You just need to take take the airfoils up to some distances and then you can loft it. And next is the rib option. So for rib, I'll make this model as like this minus 90 degree. Okay. So if I'll go and I'll press this, what rib option is used for to create, suppose I have a line like this, first I have to create a rectangle here, create a rectangle here, I'll extrude this part, I'll choose two sides, the give it as the component. So this is my plane for the rib part. Now I want to create a line here, a line type of something here. So I'll just go ahead with that with this plane and I'll make a line from here to here and I'll choose this coincident option to make it coincident with this. Okay, from down also I'll choose coincident and then this. Okay, so now it's coincident from both the edges. So you need to be careful while doing this. Your line should touch all both the edges, then only you can go ahead. You can use project command for this like I shown. So now go to rib option, choose this and one direction up to depth. So there is something here. I'll show you this again. I'll make like this. Just like this. And now like it's shown in the picture, I want to create something which is below both the edges. So I want to create a line here. So I'll just do the same as I did now. So I'll choose the midpoint of it. I click on the edges, choose the coincident part, make your point coincident, and then go for the rib, choose this depth, I'll do it again and choose this. That's how you can use your rib command to make it like this. Not very perfect. So there is one more way of doing it. So you can just go to create sketch, create on this, and then if I'll choose this point and this point, and I'll give it as some dimensions, and now you can see line is created. So now just give it a extrude. So if I do it like this, you can see it is found exactly like this. There were some errors while doing this, so it's not very much perfect. But if it was perfect, it will look exactly like this. So that's how you can use your rib command and to do this, or you can, if do like the way I've shown also. So this way will be more useful than going for the rip command, as you can't move your rip, but you can move this part anywhere, but you can't move it. So if you move, try to hold it, then whole model will move. So don't go for this part. Just go for the conventional way of doing it. So if you have mastered it, then you can go for the rip options too. So now comes the web part. So for that, just turn off all the sketches. For web, suppose I have a rectangle and I'll give it as extrude. There is one more way of doing your extrude. I'll show you. And now if I'll press offset here, which is from O, and I'll drag it here. I don't want it now. Do it like this. So I have my plane now. I'll extrude this. So I'll give it a view component. So I have created this. I want this portion as curve. So I'll choose fillet option here, which will do exactly the same thing of how we did here. So just click on this, drag this up to a limit you want. This will work for me. And then I'll make it hollow. I'll choose shell option again and I'll give it as 5 and I'll press OK. So now you can see we have created something. Now I want to make walls inside this. So then I have to choose my rib option to create the walls. So before that, I have to create the sketch first. So I'll choose this top plane to create the sketch. I'll just go ahead with this till here, here, here. I'll finish it and I'll go ahead with the web option. I'll choose this and a wall will be formed. I'll do the same for this too and for this. So you need to do it individually. Now you can see how we have used the web option to create the walls inside our model. And then comes your emboss command. So for emboss, suppose it is like this. Now you want to offset this all part. So I'll press offset, which is O from the keyboard, and I'll choose this part. And I'm now on offset part. So I want to offset this. Okay, so these are individually designed. I'll draw it, no issues. Just draw something here. Whatever it is. Okay, so now I want to cut this part. So for doing that, I will just choose the emboss part. I'll choose this, and the face will be this, and these sliders will come, and now I can increase or decrease these things. This will work in the same way as we did for the extrude. So you can use extrude also for doing this thing. But if you want to go for more precise options, then go for the emboss command for cutting your models. So now we have colored it. So that's how you can use all these commands which are available here. So anyone has doubt?
Yeah, thank you, Harsh, for the wonderful explanation. I think we have got some doubts from our participants in the chat section. So I will be reading out the queries there. And the first question we got is, as you said, the fins should be starting from the right plane. How shall we came to know which planes shall we start with?
Yeah, you see, this will all, you will understand this when you'll get more, you will do the hands-on experience. So you need to be very much careful with the what the what is this plane you are selecting. So you need to choose a plane wisely. Otherwise, if you will choose the bottom plane, then your planes will come exactly like from bottom to up. But you need to go for the right ones only. So like you have seen like rockets have fins which will come from the right plane up to up to onwards. So you need to go ahead with the right plane only. So these things you will learn after like you will get some experience on the software. So that's why you need to learn the basic sketch tools first.
Yeah, thank you so much. And Rujesh asks the question: does aviation industry use Fusion 360?
Aviation industry mainly uses the CATIA because CATIA is like more widely used for the aviation part. But Fusion is also used, but Fusion is more used by the newer generation and the companies like newer companies and all. So Fusion has more capabilities if you'll compare it with some other softwares. So CATIA and all is also good, but CATIA is the only advantage CATIA has. It's available from like it was available before Fusion has arrived. So Fusion is kind of new in the market, but it's very much easier to learn Fusion as compared to Katia. So you can start learning with Fusion, and then you can go ahead with the Katia and all. So
Yeah. So Varna Prakash asks, where is Autodesk widely used, its application and uses?
yeah, see, Autodesk like is a company. Okay, so it is available. Company is like very old. So this has like AutoCAD and all. It's from Autodesk only. So there are many softwares like Maya Max and all. So these CGI softwares will be used for game development. And if it comes for Fusion 360, so Fusion 360 it's for engineering applications. So whatever an application you can say, like you can design a car here, you can design an engine here, you can design anything into the Fusion 360, and then you can take it up to some limit and you can go for 3D printing. So Fusion 360 is mainly used for is like mainly used by the mechanical companies more as compared to the aerospace companies, but it doesn't like sound really much. So you can use this software to design anything. And best part is that it has one more portion which is generative design. So like like generative design, it is not like freely available to everyone. So it will available to freely to those who has a domain ID from their college. So I'm like requesting from my college to give me that so that I can learn that. So generative design like is very much careful in these is very much useful in these days. So you can input the commands and then you can see how your computer gives you a model, which you can use it to make something which is not yet existed in. So recently Airbus has did something with the generative design. So that's way better efficiency provides than the other softwares.
Okay, so another question from Vani Sadadiwala. I think I'm pronouncing the name right. Is the Fusion 360 better as compared to CATIA and SolidWorks?
I can't say that because the all this three software is like kind of the same only, but CAD and SolidWorks they are not really available to everyone. You need to go for the pirated ones. But Fusion, if you can see, and I tried CATIA and I'm still learning that, and all, so it's not very easy to use. Okay, so you need to be very careful and all, and also UI is like you will get depressed after seeing the UI. So just if you are starting your CAD modeling or something, just go ahead with the Fusion first because Fusion has a better UI and you can learn it easily. And also Fusion is also not very much like I'm not saying it's very much easy to learn. It will take around 1 or 2 years to learn Fusion fully. It's been I've been using Fusion from last one year, so I'm still learning it. So all softwares are at the same level, so you can choose any one and then you can master it and then you can go it to another software.
Okay, so thank you. And Manjunath I think he have two questions. I'm going to read it out. Is this software tells about force, pressure, etc., and all of the element? And second, can we use this software to design satellites?
Yeah, as far as I know, it tells. I don't know about the force pressure and all, but you can go ahead. You can take the volume and the weight and all. It will software will tell you. I'll show you now only when I'll go ahead with the session. So these things, I guess it tells. And if you're going for a satellite design, you can go ahead with this, and you can create beautiful things also. So no issue in that.
Yeah, Ishan have a question. Is Autodesk same as AutoCAD?
See, Autodesk is a company. Okay, it's a US based company. Okay, so it's a very big company. If you'll search for it, so it's a IT company. They design their softwares, which is used to design the mechanical things and all. And AutoCAD, if you'll go ahead with the AutoCAD, so AutoCAD is a software which is used for the 2D drawings. It is more used by architectures. So it will create a 2D drawing of your model. But what Fusion will do, Fusion will create a 3D model from the 2D drawing. So Fusion 360 and AutoCAD, they both are different. Yeah, but they are from same company. Yeah.
Yeah. So Rudy Gostowski, he is here, and he's from Triton College. Welcome, sir. And he have a question. Can you talk a little about making mechanical drawings from your designs?
Yeah, sure. I have scheduled it.
Yeah, yeah.
I'll tell you. It will be there in the drawing workbench. So which is scheduled for the last. So just do we continue? I'll just show it.
I think there is no more question. I just wanted to make an announcement that guys, this session is organized for beginners, and so please feel free to unmute yourself and ask your doubts if you have any, and you can also ask your doubts in the chat section. Also, for as we have promised that we will be giving the certificate of training to all the attendees, so I will be sharing a feedback form now, by filling which you can avail the certificate by your mail. So I'm sharing it, and you just need to fill up the forms after the webinar ends, right? So thank you. And Harsh, you can continue, right?
Yeah. There are three more questions like I'm seeing here. So Vani has asked a question. This Fusion research is also used for analysis. So you can perform analysis here except the CFD analysis. So for CFD, Autodesk has different softwares for this. So you can perform anything except CFD. So I'll suggest you to go ahead with the answers if you want to perform the analysis, as the answers will provide more better accurate results. So Fusion has direct contacts with the answers, so you can just design a model in Fusion and you can just insert it into the answer software. And the second question is, okay, so yeah, Fusion is better in SketchUp. I can say that. Yeah. And I'm not very much sure with this question. I'll search and I'll get you back for this zero parametric. Yeah, I'll just go ahead, Okay, I'll start again.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah. So now we have done the Lambo's part. Okay. So then comes the whole part. So suppose you want to dig a hole here. So how you will do it? You can just either first thing you can do, you can create a sorry. Before coming to hole, I'll show you how you can do the hole here. So first you can do is you can create a circle here up to the diameter you want to create a hole. Suppose I want it as 100. Finish this like this. A hole will be created automatically. Like you can see here, but there is one hole inside. But if you want to go for more precise things, then choose hole option, which is available here, and okay. So now I'll do it again. Just click on the circle, and now you can see a hole is appearing here. And this is the counter board. We call it as counter board. So now if I drag it like this, or let's say till here only. So now you can see it has digged a hole. And if I zoom here, you can see it has digged a hole like this, because the end of the machine was sharpening at the end. So that's why it came here. So but if I'll push it all together outside, then a bigger hole will come and no machine parting will go there. So that's how you can use a hole option to create the hole. And then comes the thread part. So for thread, it's a really interesting thing. I'll show you into separate model. So I'll just go ahead and I will choose the polygon. I'll choose H polygon 5. I'll extrude this. I'll keep it somewhere here, and then I'll make a cylinder here. So for cylinder again, choose the plane, this way, and then create a cylinder. So for that, first in the center point. So to identify the center points, what you can do, you can click on edge to edge, and when you click on another line, you can see Fusion will give you a center line. So this is my center line. So what I'll do, I'll create a reference line from the center so that it will be visible for me. So I delete this now. So now I'll choose circle to create the cylinder. So I'll choose it like this, and then I'll extrude the cylinder, circle, sorry, and then it will be like cylinder. And I want to make it like the screws, like you have seen, screws will be having the threads here. So this is not the accurate screw, but I'll show you how you can do it. So just go to thread option, choose. This will work only on the cylinder part. So just go click on this, and a screw type of thing will come like this. So firstly, I have choose the full model, full length, not the model. I'll show you on both things. Now you can see threads are appearing on my model, but I want to go with a more accurate one. So I'll choose a modeled one. I'll click on this and I'll choose this and I'll press OK. So now you can see the threads are appearing on my model. So this is how you can use this command, and you can also control the amount of threads. If you don't want this much thread, you can control it from the palette here, which is there. So you can try this out. So you can use this. This next. So yeah, next is the next from here to here. These are the same things which I showed you. Which so if you don't want to create the sketch and you want to create a box in this palette tool, you can choose this and then specify your plane, draw a box, and a box will come and you can drag it up to some limit, and you can also increase the size of it, and that's how you can use the box command. And then there is the cylinder part. Like I have made the cylinder here from the sketch. You don't need to do this. You can just click on anywhere, like I'll click here, and then a cylinder will form. So that's how you can use cylinder. And then comes a sphere. So if you want to create a sphere, you need to create a choose a plane. So suppose I want this plane, I'll, and a sphere will come like this. There will be That's how you can use sphere to do it. And then comes the torus option. So for torus also, you need to choose one plane first, make one rectangle, circle, and a torus will come. So that's how you can use torus option available in Fusion. So do whatever you want. And then comes the coil option. So coil is mainly used for creating the springs type of thing, like it's shown in the picture here. So choose the coil, choose anywhere. I'll choose there only. A circle will come and a spring will come like this. Let me component. So you can control this spring also by the commands which are available here. So you can use this and to create the springs or the shock absorbers. And then comes the pipe option. So for pipe option, you need to create a separate sketch. So just go to create sketch, choose the any plane and circle, and then choose the pipe option. Pipe. If it has fill again. So you can use this to create a pipe of something like it's shown here, and rest you can extrude this part like this. So to form the pipe, this is mainly used to create objects like pipe of something. You can use this to create a pipe, and you can do it like this. It's shown here. Yeah, I'll show you one more thing with pipe. So suppose I have a I'll create something from splines. It's like this. So now I want to create a 3D view of it. So just go to pipe, choose this, and a pipe will be formed like this. You can use this form to do it like this. And then we have patterns part. So these three patterns are same which we had in our sketch palette. So like you can see, we have circular rectangular pattern here, but here we have two more, which is the one more, which is the pattern part. So I'll show you what these are. First, we'll go ahead with the rectangular pattern. So suppose I have an object like this. I'll extrude this, and now I want to make it a pattern of it, just like the same way we did for the ribs part. So I'll just go pattern, rectangular pattern. I'll choose bodies, and I'll choose the directions, and then these palettes will come. So I want to drag it somewhere here, so I'll choose this. No, bottom part. And if I drag it like this, these patterns will come. So I suppose I want 10. So 10 of them will come like this. So this is how you can use the pattern part to create a model format. And then comes the circular pattern. So like it's like the same only. So you can click on this and just click on the axis. Okay, not this, just this only. So if I go on top, you can see our pattern has been formed. I want them. I'll choose this. So you can see now it's like this. So you can use this pattern font to create both the circular as well as the rectangular pattern. And now I'll come to the pattern on path. So for that you need to make a path first for your pattern. Suppose I want my pattern to go like this. Okay, so I'll now choose a pattern on path, and I'll choose this body, and then the path will be like this, and it will be like this now. So quantity I want to save, and now you can see the pattern is on the path. So this will be useful when you will be making the bridges and all within the previous see. So you can use this, and also these pattern command is very much useful. So you can apply it anywhere on whatever model you're working. You can apply these parts there, and then comes the thick part. Okay, so I'm sure thick option I'll cover later, and then comes the thick part. Okay, thick part will work on a T spline, so I'll show it later, and then these things are necessary. Okay, so I covered these things from here to here, and then comes a modify part. So for modify part, we have press and pull, fillet, chamfer, shell, drop, scale, combine, offset face, replace face, split body, and silhouette split. So I'll be covering till here, and then rest of the things I'll cover tomorrow. So we have press. First, I'll go ahead with the press pull option. So as it's mentioned here, the key shortcut for this is Q. So you can press Q as well from your body. So if I'll after selecting the press pull option, if I'll go ahead on the top of it, and an arrow will come. So now you can increase or decrease the size of your body. So it will just pull your body. So like I'll just go it here. So now you can see this is larger than whatever we had. So you can use this option to increase or decrease the size. And then comes the fillet option. This I already show you. So I'll show it again. So suppose you want to make a rounding edge here. So rounding edge. So you need to choose all the sides, and then you can make a rounding edge like this. So this is how your fillet will work. And then comes the chamfer. So for chamfer, you need to just I'll choose some other one. It's already chamfer. I'll go ahead with some another. I'll make a drawing. I yes. So this is my model now. Given something. So now I want to make a slanting portion from here. So first you can use this chamfer command here also to make a slant in the sketch only, or else you can use this chamfer command to make a slanting line. Then go on the edge, click on this, and this will come. So you can use this. You can make the chamfer. So you can make it on both the sides. So that's how you can use the chamfer command. And then comes the shell command. This I show you earlier only. So I'll show it again. So just then click on the edge of your model where you want to make a shell. Then give the dimensions up to how much depth you want to shell. So I'll just spread that 7. So now if I'll give it a 7, now you can see it has gone like this, and it's like this from here, and it's like this from here. So that's how you can use a shell command. Now if I'll do the chamfer here, I can do it up to 10. So that's how you can use this command. And suppose if we want to make a fillet here, so I'll choose this, and you can make a fillet here as well. Okay. So that's how you can use these commands. The chamfer and fillet are the main commands, so you need to learn this. And then comes the draft part. So if I'll choose this, I'll choose this. So for draft, it will give me the same profiles which is shown in the pictures. It will give me a slanting line like this sample. So I'll choose draft. I'll have to select two edges from where I have to do the drafting. So I'll choose this and this part. Now, if I'll choose it like this, it will decrease the upper portion for me to make a draft. Now, but if I want to make this in this position, so I can drag this arrow and then I can increase or decrease. So that's how you can use your draft command. And now again a scale command is there. So for the scale command, suppose you want to increase the length of this model up to some limit, so you can drag it or you can also give some values here. So I'll give the scaling factor as 1 or 2. So now you can see it has been increased by 200 mm. So this is the original one. And also I can decrease the size of it. I'll give it a 0.1 and it will be very small now. So be very careful with the scaling factor. So don't give like very much high values, otherwise the model will be too much big. And so give it is somewhere between 5 only. Don't go for 10 or 20 or something. If necessary, then only go. But if you are working on a smaller model in some millimeters, then go for like scaling factor of 2 is enough. So that's how. And then comes the combine option. Okay. So for combine, suppose I have two bodies. So first is this, and another one is um, Okay, now I want to join both the bodies. If first thing will come into your mind, you can choose a move and copy option to move your body like this. So now most of the students will think like it's joined now. It is not. If you will choose move and copy, you can see these two are highlighting in separate ways. But I want to make both of them as a single component. So I'll choose move and copy combine option, which is here available. So choose both and then click on combine. And now the both have been joined. So there's some. Okay. So now you can see these two are the same components. Now they are not highlighting separately. So that's how you can use your combine option to join your models. And the object base. Okay. So suppose you want to decrease the size of your model, so you can choose this offset base option. It will decrease from the base, or it can increase also. So you can go for both the ways. And I will go for offset base for this model. So like you can see, it's decreasing. Also, it's increasing. So you can use this command. Use this command also. You can use the O command, which I taught you earlier, to cut it like this now. So and then we have replace space, and the chain will be like this. Okay, so we take away. Okay, and then we have the split face. Okay, so this split face and split body option, these two are the important ones. So you need to be very careful with this. Suppose I'll give you with a new component. Okay, so I'll give an example. Suppose you.
I think there is some spammers in the.
Yes, you can go ahead. No issues.
Yeah, you can go ahead. Yeah.
Let's suppose I have a cylindrical here. So what I'll do, suppose this as a cross section area of an aircraft fuselage. The fuselage area is where the passengers will be sitting. So suppose I want to make the windows here. So how I'll use the split body option to make the windows. So I'll go to create sketch. I'll choose the right plane and I'll make the windows now. Okay, so this is my window now. Okay, so now I'll press offset to make it like this, and I'll choose the rectangular pattern and I'll highlight it and up to here, and then I'll give it as this. So now I'll finish the sketch. Now I want to make these windows appearing on my model. So I'll firstly I need to switch on my sketches. Okay, so first choose this. I'll go first with the split body option, then we'll go ahead with the split face. So first click on split body and then choose the splitting tools as the drawings which you have made. I'll choose this first, and now you can see it will cut a same kind of body inside the fuselage, and then press OK. And now you can see same window kind of thing has been appeared here. So now after, and you can do the split only one at a time. So all your sketch will be turned off. So now just press OK again, and your sketch will be back. So now just go ahead step by step again. So choose the splitting line as the inside one, and that's how you can do it. And then I'll go at the second one, and then choose this, and then you need to select both, and then choose the second one. Okay. So that's how you can do it. Now you can see we have created two windows, and more you can create doing the same process like I taught you. So that's how you can do it. And before going into the split phase, I want to tell you about the appearance part, how you can add your color or your material to the model. So that you can do from here, which is the appearance, and the keyboard shortcut for this is A. So press A from your keyboard, and this palette will appear. So this is for coloring whole bodies, and this is for coloring only the faces like this, or only the top portion, not the bottom portion. So I'll choose the bodies, and if you will go ahead, there are many options available, many materials are available. So you can go ahead with any. So I'll for now I'll go with the glossy paints. So and I'll select white, and white color is appeared here. So I'll choose shaded portion, and now I'll search for rubber, and I'll apply it here. And now I'll search for glass, and I will apply it here. Visible here, I'll give it as steel color only. So now you can see how you can use your split body command to make these things in color here as well. So and now I'll tell you about the split face command. I'll again enable my sketch now. So what split face will do, as you can see, the split body has done split over here and here also, but split face will only do on this face, and it will not be appear on the back portion of the cylinder. So I'll choose split face, and then I'll choose this face, and then I'll choose a splitting tool as this. So now if I'll apply the to color the face command, you need to choose face first. And now you can see we have glass here, but we don't have glass here. So that's what the difference between the split body and the split face command. So you can try both, but the split body will be more accurate than the split face. So you need to be very careful while you are selecting it. And then comes the slurry split. This will do exactly the same way what the split body will do. I'm not covering that. You just need to create one circle or something to divide that part into two lines. You can do that also by doing the split body. So what you need to do, suppose I want to divide this fuselage into two parts. So I'll choose this construct plane, and then I'll choose this, and I'll drag it up to some distance of where I want to cut it. So I'll just keep it here, and then go to split body, choose this body, and choose this plane split tools. So now you can see we have sorry, but now you can see the picture is exactly the same which appeared in the silhouette split. So it's the same thing only. You can do it, and now you can see we have divided fuselage into two parts. So I'll turn off this. So we have two parts now. So that's how you can use these modify commands to modify a model. And there's also physical material available. So you can apply physical materials, and then you can check the weight of your model. So I'll skip this. I'll show you how you can measure the weight of your model. Make it as one. So for that, you need to select all first, and then right click on your model, and these things will come. So just go to the properties, and now you can see here your physical material will be steel, appearance will be glass, enamel and steel, and this will be your area, this will be your density, mass, volume, and yeah, the forces and all is not available here, like I told you. So only area, density, mass, and volume you can get it from here. So that's what Fusion will tell you. And there are also more options available. So these are the same things which are available here. You can do it from here also. And at last, I want to tell you one more thing. So suppose I have created this fuselage, but I want to make a door. But how I'll make it? I forgot to make it earlier. So what you can do is you can just press on this, and wait, yeah, this. Okay, so if you'll go here in a timeline, you can see here we have created a sketch for our model. Okay, so now what you can do, you can just, so yeah, there we go. Okay, so you can just right click on this and you can just edit sketch, and these things will be appearing. Okay, so and now create a door for a model, and then give it a fillet, and then finish your sketch, and then roll back again here. Sorry, we have turned off the sketch. Okay, so the door is visible now. It will give me a error. It's created now. I turn the sketch off and I'll color it to show you. So now you can see we have created a door also here. So you can make it openable also, and I'll show you how you can do it. So just click on cylinder here, click on this plane, and then just create a cylinder, a small cylinder like this, up to some distance. Give it a new component, and then slide it and keep it here. Okay, so I have done this. Now I'll tell you how you can apply combine commands to open your door. Okay, so click on combine and combine the door and the cylinder, and they both are one body now. So now click on move and copy, and if you will do it like this, now you can open the door of your model. So that's how it is. So you can do this, and if you press V on your keyboard, then this portion will be gone. It's already splitted anyway. So now what I'll do, I'll click on mirror and I'll choose the body and I'll choose this. And for the mirror plane, I'll choose this, and the same thing will appear. That's how you can do it. You can open it or close it using the joint options also. I'll tell you tomorrow about that. So this is how you can use these create commands available here and the modify commands which are available here. So to create your models and to modify it. And one more thing I want to tell you. Suppose I'll save this as uh, I have created a model somewhere. But uh, let's suppose I want to insert this part, not this. That close it. I'll measure. It's around 87.6 so I'll make something for 85. Okay. Suppose I have a 85 mm, 80 cylinder here. Now I want to insert the cylinder somewhere inside this. So for that, what I'll do, I'll just go to my this main part, and then I'll come here, and then I'll refresh it. So after refreshing, what you'll see, your part will be visible here. So just drag it here. I have not saved it. So it will take some time to load, and then your part will be inserted here. So now you can insert it using 9p, and somewhere inside, and then from here also. Okay, so I've inserted inside. Now that's how you can do the assemblies. So there will be some times when you will be working on a project which will be having some kinds of different uh, components. So, and you will be in a team. So each team member will be doing the different model. So you can, after doing all the components which are required to model one thing, then you can in the one sub assembly, you can insert all the components and then you can perform the assembly of your model. So in this way, this will not only save you some times, and then you can like do it more precisely. So in this way, you can do this. And suppose in this body, I'll make some changes here. Like it's like this, and I'll make it as hollow now, and I'll save it. Okay. So as I've did the hollow part of it now, and here it's still the same. But if you'll see here, Fusion is a online based platform. So whatever the edit you will perform here, you can do it inside this also. So you have to just go here, click on it, and Fusion automatically make update the component. So now it's updated. So now you can see it's updated now. It's hollow from inside. So that's how you can do these things. You can edit from here, and then you can update it from here also. So that's how you can do it. With this manage parameters. So here, from here you can change the parameters of your model. And so one more thing I want to tell you about this airfoil part. Okay. So for airfoil part, like you can see, I have the airfoil sketch from file. So this most of you will not be having it because it's an external extension. So to download this, what you need to do is you need to just go to this tools, just go to the app store, and it will open in your browser. Load. So this is your extension of UniSD. So there will be many things like gear generators and more. So it's very much useful. So just try to explore it also. So I'll search for airfoil. So now you can see there are many apps available on airfoil. So I selected this one as this is a more precise one. You can go ahead with the anyone. Then you need to click on this and then just download it, and then you will be good to go. I will download it. So I'll go to this and I will make a line first, which will be my chord line. Then I'll press X from my keyboard to make it construction. Okay. So now I have to input the data values to make a airfoil around this line. So that for that first I need to go to my browser, and then I'll search for airfoil tools. And this will be valid for both rocket as well as the aircraft. So I'll search for any airfoil. Okay, so it's the airfoil now. So this is the best website to find the airfoil tools for both aircraft as well as the rockets. So you can use this, and then this website will tell you about everything. So these things are very much important if you're designing a rocket or aircraft. So you need to go ahead with this very thoroughly. Not only you can select a airfoil. So then if you'll see here, there are some points available here. So I'll just copy all these points, and then I'll open Notepad and I'll copy this and I'll save this file as .dat file. Okay. Now I'll come back to Fusion now, and I'll choose and create. I'll choose the airfoil system file and then choose a line and then press OK, and then just go for a.dat, and it will form an airfoil over the chord line. So this is the best way of doing it rather than going and making splines. It will be more accurate now. So, but there is one problem with this airfoil tool. It will be empty at the end. So you can't extrude it. So you need to close it. So just make a line from here to here. So now it's closed. So now you can freely extrude it. So that's what your airfoil tool will do. There are more plugins which you can download, like the Day-1 and all. So you can use all these things to make the models. So like as I love aircrafts more, so I have something related to aircrafts. So you can try out with other things as well. So yeah, that's all from today's site. So if anyone wants to ask something.
Yeah, I think the webinar was very interesting, and people might have learned many things from this webinar. And I think in the chat box we have some interesting questions. Dr. G have asked, have you seen something similar to airfoil for making nozzles?
Not yet, but I can explore it. But to make nozzles, the best way is to go it with the loft, like I shown. You just need to create two circles first, and then go for making the nozzles. Just loft it. That's it. No need to go for separate plugins and all.
Yeah, he also have another question, how to apply extrude for different purposes.
Okay, in what way? Like you can text again.
Yeah, the question is how to apply extrude for different purposes. I think if you can show the extrude once again how to do it.
Yeah,
I think that's the question. Yeah.
I'll choose the airfoil only to demonstrate. So choose extrude, and you can see the sketch has been highlighted. Okay, and these are the portions. So firstly, it's selected for one side. Okay, so if I'll go for one side, extrude will come only for one side, but not from this side. Okay, so but if I'll choose extrude from two sides, so now you can see two sliders have came. So you can apply separate dimensions here as well as here also. So that's how you can do it. But if you'll go for the symmetric part, so now the the distance will be equidistant. So now you can see you have dragged it up to 60. So it's 60 here only. If I'll increase this, it will be 75, 75. So that's how you can do the symmetric part. And if I'll go for the thin extrude, which is here, so these options will remain same, but it will give me a extrude which will be thinner. There's some here with this. We'll leave this line. Go ahead, extrude with the yeah, and plugins I guess will not work for your thin extrude, so you need to go ahead with the conventional ones. If I'll click on this, it will give me a thin extrude. So like you can see here, it's kind of 1 mm thickness from here, and you can change the thickness from here. Suppose I want thickness of 5 mm. So now you can see the thickness is 5 mm. So that's how you can use the extrude commands to make the things.
Okay. So Pratap have another question. What is the difference between Creo parametric and Fusion 360? Hello.
I think
Hello?
Harsh is having
Hello?
some.
Yeah. Hello. Yeah.
Yeah, Harsh,
So I
you can
guess
go.
Creo parametric is the like kind of a designing software only. So it's kind of similar to Fusion only, or the existing software like SolidWorks and all. So like I said, you can learn any one software first, and then you can go for mastering the second software. But it's good to know around 2 to 3 softwares, as it will give you a more work exposure when you'll go for your some like interviews and all. So they both are same, no nothing different, but Fusion is kind of like more adapted in like today's world.
Yeah, so guys, if you have any other questions remaining in your mind, you can just unmute yourself and ask it. We have just 5 minutes to leave this conference. If you have any questions, you can ask in the chat box, or you can directly unmute yourself and ask it right now. Any questions? If okay, so I think participants are they are very knowledgeable, and they have understood the things. So I would like to announce that we have come to the end of this conference, and I just wanted to say that we have a session tomorrow again on the same timing. So we wanted you to join us live again on 5 p.m. IST, and I will be sharing the meeting links in the email as well as on the WhatsApp groups. So for the thank you speech, I would like to call Rahul. Yeah, so go on.
Okay, so good evening, everyone. I am Rahul from Team SAR, and I am here to present the vote of thanks for today's training session. I would like to thank our expert trainer, Mr. Harsh Priyansu, for visiting and enlightening us with his knowledge. Today's training session was full of knowledge and interesting things. It gave deep insights in Fusion 360 and also revealed some interesting facts. I'm pretty sure the precious knowledge that he gave us will help us in our future studies. Okay, once again, I would like to thank Mr. Harsh Priyansu for taking out such time for his busy from his busy schedule and enlightening us with his knowledge. And I will also thank our student committee who worked hard to make this event successful. Also, thank you to all of you, those students who are present here for paying attention and learning. And I would like to end my speech here. Thank you.
Okay, Rahul, thank you so much for the wonderful speech.
Yeah, there is also some
some questions at here. So, Harsh, there is some questions there. Manjunath is asking why we need to use two particular axes.
I answered that. So you need to use your particular axis. So if you'll not use that, then your model will look like different from other angles. So you need to be very careful of what axis and plane you are selecting.
Okay, thank you so much. Thank you so much, everyone. And I would also like to thank you, Dr. G, for coming so early. Actually, it's 6:30 a.m. Right there in US, and he have joined us from so far land. So thank you, Dr. G, also for joining us in this meeting. And thank you, everyone. So ending of the conference here, we would like to see you all tomorrow at the same time. Thank you.